Okay, I wanted to bring this short story to you because it's one that really caught my attention because I didn't think it would happen again so soon after the Brock Turner situation that happened. If you remember with Brock Turner, I have a video on him. He's a part of my WIE, White Identity Extremist series that I was doing. He basically drug a young woman outside. She was drunk, she couldn't give consent, and he sexually assaulted her. And his father decided to say that his son did not deserve to have his life ruined over 30 minutes of action. The apple doesn't fall far from the predator tree. So after the trial was done, the judge had so much sympathy to give him 6 months, which he only served 3 months, and now he's out here to be a predator once again. South Carolina teen who was charged with 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual misconduct for separate assaults in recent years was sentenced to just 5 years probation and will not have to register as a sex offender once that time period is up. And the circuit court judge is Markley Dennis. He passed this ruling down. Bowman Turner, who is 19, faces charges after 2 separate incidents that occurred in October 2018, and then he was free to do it again in June 2019.
South Carolina teen facing 2 sexual misconduct charges gets probation. A South Carolina teenager facing 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual misconduct was sentenced to just 5 years of probation and will not have to register as a sex offender, a judge ruled. A South Carolina teenager who was charged with 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual misconduct for separate assaults in recent years was sentenced to just 5 years of probation and will not have to register as a sex offender once that time period is up, Circuit Judge Markley Dennis ruled Friday. Bowman Turner, 19, was facing the charges for 2 separate incidents that occurred in October 2018 and June 2019. On Friday, he struck a plea deal to plead guilty to first-degree assault and battery for the latter incident and was sentenced under the Youthful Offender Act. If he has completed 5 years without any violations and has done all the counseling necessary, then he will not have to register as a sex offender, Dennis said Friday to audible groans from those attending the hearing. The victim in the June 2019 assault, Chloe Bess, said she was at a party with Turner and others when Turner pulled her behind a truck around 3 a.m. and sexually assaulted her. Turner then pulled her pants and underwear off and forced himself sexually on the victim, Second Circuit Deputy Solicitor David Miller said in court. Outside the courthouse on Friday, Bess said she was extremely disappointed by the sentence. "I just feel like no matter what we say, it falls on deaf ears," Bess said at a news conference alongside her family. "It's a very defeating feeling, but I refuse to be defeated." Sarah Ford, who represents Bess and the other victim in the first assault, Dallas Stoller, said the plea deal was in direct contrast to what the victims wanted. "What he pled to and what happened to her, it was not the same," Ford told Fox News Digital. "And unfortunately, we were not able to argue that it should be rejected, which is really a travesty for crime victims." Stoller died in November and the first-degree criminal sexual misconduct charge that Turner was facing for allegedly assaulting her was dropped last week, Ford said. "The fact that the defendant is going to walk free today and our sister is never going to walk the earth again, and we feel like not only her voice was stolen but ours was too," Brett the Tubadabe, Dallas' sister, said outside the courthouse. Turner also allegedly sexually assaulted a 3rd victim in April 2018 in Calhoun County, but no charges were ultimately filed, Ford said. Turner was originally arrested in January 2019 and released on bond on the condition of GPS monitoring. The electronic monitoring was removed in April 2019 until he was arrested again for a separate assault in June 2019. He was denied bond for 2 months until August 2019, when a judge ruled that he could be released on a $100,000 bond and stay under house arrest at his grandmother's residence, only able to leave during the day to see his attorney, go to court, or seek mental health counseling. Despite the strict conditions, Turner went golfing 19 times, went to an apartment complex in Colombia 3 times, ate out at a Brazilian steakhouse, and shopped at multiple outdoor sports stores, according to a motion to revoke bond that was filed last week but never heard in court. Ford said they are filing a motion to hold the bonding company in contempt. It was our contention that in the bond order that the state and law enforcement had a responsibility to pick Bowman Turner up if and when he violated his bond, Ford said. They were notified as far back as March 2nd that he was not complying with his house arrest. He was violating his GPS conditions, and he walked into the courtroom on Friday. Turner's father, Walt Turner, was an investigator for South Carolina First Circuit Solicitor David Pascoe, so Second Circuit Solicitor Bill Weeks' office handled the case, Fitz News reported. The 19-year-old was defended in court by South Carolina State Senator Brad Hutto, who represents Orangeburg and the surrounding area. The victims have hit roadblock after roadblock, really just failure after failure, Ford said. We've just seen that folks with power and privilege are getting to really determine what justice looks like for them, and our justice system should determine that for everyone equally. Hutto did not respond to a request for comment on Wednesday.
Okay, so you heard that. This story just blew me away. The privilege, when people say, oh, there's no privilege, and then you see men protecting men in their deviancy. This is very disgusting, and the only thing that I can say is to keep trying for justice, and women really need to have protection on them at all times. Black, white, other. There's a lot of predators out here. There's a lot of guys who present themselves as nice guys, high value men. No, they're nothing but demons. They have no soul, and they have very wicked things in mind for you because they don't care, and they have given themselves the permission to do this. They think they have the right because of the type of life they live, because of the class they are in. Yes, they think they have access to whatever they want whenever they want. But yeah, this is very deviant. The judge is disgusting. The person who the defense was disgusting. All parties who allow this predator, this deviant predator, to be loose back into the community is responsible for whatever happens next. It happened in 2018, then it happened in 2019, and then this little bastard is doing what he wants to. He's going golfing, he's shopping, he's eating fucking steak. He's just living his best life after doing what he's done. And it is, if you have money and privilege and you know someone who knows someone, you can damn near get away with anything. Damn near. I think this is disgusting. I cannot imagine how these young girls feel that someone violated them. Someone, took away their right and used them in this way because he felt like it. And then a girl is no longer with us because of it. Everyone involved in getting this little piece of POS off, they deserve something to happen to them, because if it was a female family member of theirs, they would make sure the bastard was locked up underneath the jail. But because this is someone they know or their friend's kid, they're willing to look past it because it wasn't one of their female members. Just fucking wicked and evil and disgusting. But I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about this story, and I'll see you in the next one.